Empowering Minds. I'm Rehmat Empowerment lead facilitator, night shift class of Rehan School Online Academy, and I'm also a podcaster and host of this Empowering Minds platform, where our intention is to call upon such prestigious guests who haven't just explored their own mindsets but are trying to empower other minds too. So, to empower our minds and your minds, we have called upon tonight Arto Palovaara. He's from Stockholm, Sweden, and let me tell you a little about himself. He's a wonderful man. He's a founder of InnovArto coaching and social guide, and also a motivational interviewing coach at Stockholm Stad, the city of Stockholm. Arto loves innovation and innovative ideas. We'll see and we'll know more about his innovative ideas in the next 25-30 minutes. He's also an ambassador for the Innovation Hub Openlab Stockholm, and we are lucky to have him here tonight at this time. Really, it's late in Pakistan and also in Sweden, but really thanks to Arto that he has given us his time so generously. So let's welcome him. Arto, welcome to Empowering Minds. How are you today?
Thank you so much, Rahmat, for your invitation. I'm feeling fine, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. And I'm really, really grateful for being here and feeling very honored as well by your invitation.
Thank you so much, Arto. But believe me, not more than me. Thank you so much. So, Arto, can we know a little backstory of your like journey from your early age to here, so we get inspired by you?
Backstory, the early ages. When I grew up in a small town in the North Sweden called Luleå, um, and I went there to school, primary school, then high school. Moved away because I started at the university to a city called Örnsköldsvik in the mid Sweden, and then Umeå University. And then I moved to South Sweden, and then I moved to Ireland for a while, 1 year about, and then I moved back, and then I ended up in Stockholm 2007, and I have been here since.
Great.
So I've
So,
been working,
what was the reason
yeah.
behind all those traveling, Arto?
The most reason was the working and studying, and I'm also a very curious person. I want to see the more of the world than my little town where I grew up.
That's wonderful. We always open to exploration, right? That's how we
Yeah,
learn out of our comfort zone.
exactly, and that's the best way. Yes, step outside to the unknown, and most of these cities I have been to, and the university studies and all that has been unknown for me before, but but there is so much more to explore.
Absolutely. So, have you just explored a little Europe until now, or outside Europe also? Have you traveled to?
Outside Europe, I have been to a few countries in Europe. If um, Finland doesn't count really because that's my mother country as well, because my father and mother, yeah, my family comes from Finland. But Denmark, Germany, France, Belgium, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia,
Wow.
Bosnia, and Ireland, England, of course, as well, Wales a bit, but yeah, that was just most a little short around in Wales. Europe, outside of Europe, I don't know. Iceland, the little island between.
Yes, Iceland.
Yeah. So that is the farthest way I've been on to the west, outside of the big European continent. But not to North America, not to South America or Africa or ever. But I'm going to Africa quite soon, actually.
Really? For what?
Yeah, I'm going to. I have actually adopted a girl through my wife's family because she is from Congo Brazzaville,
Okay,
and I agreed to adopt a girl. So I'm going down there to get her here.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So how did you two guys met? Like from other countries? You both are from different countries.
Actually, my wife came here no, it must be longer. Yeah, kind of 8 years ago. She came. Yeah, she came,
Okay,
and she came as a refugee here.
okay, okay.
And first of all, I was the first person she ever met on the airport when I was
Oh,
assigned to meet her. And at the time, I was living with my ex-wife. Um, but we kept still some kind of connection. We, uh, I saved her phone number, and sometimes we bounce into each other in the city after we concluded our connection, and asking how's it going, how's the school and everything. And when I divorced from my ex-wife, I moved away, and I remember her, and I suddenly got the idea to just send her an SMS and ask her for a cup of coffee, and if she would want to meet and just talk. So then we met, and from there, and it has been 5 years ago.
wow.
So wow, yeah, and
Okay.
then we uh, got married last year.
Wow, what an affectionate story, Arto. Thank you for sharing with us.
Yeah.
So, Arto, you love innovation and innovative ideas. So, tell me, when did you realize this passion for innovation?
Um, First of all, I was elected in my work for council for innovation counseling, which is was spread all over the city. And I got in touch with something called design thinking. It's a method in innovation. Uh, and I was thinking, why haven't we worked in this way before? This is just amazing. This is wonderful. Because in design thinking and innovation, that means you go deep into to beneath the surface, and it's a service-driven innovation where you get a deeper connection with your clients and your audience, and make interviews with them, and you talk to them. How can we help them? How can we help you? How can we? And what would you want from us? So simple explain, and you get in touch with so many interesting people, and I realized that if we want to improve something, we have to know our audience, we have to know our clients, and God knows what kind of connections they have. So I mean, so I was so amazed by the design thinking, and then I mean there's a lot of methods to make a project, for example, but design thinking it's just wonderful. I just love design thinking. It's just amazing.
Absolutely. So, Arto, innovation in education. What are your thoughts on that? How important they are, or how necessary they are at this point of time we are at?
Innovation and education. I mean, it's I see as it goes hand in hand. These two together because when it, when you are making, it's about learning. It's always about learning. I mean, we can study anything in this world, but the question is for me: do we learn something from it? Do I learn from anything from the history? Uh, uh, let's say what any kind of historical event or and what do I going to do with all this knowledge? Does it do something in my daily life or my daily work or something or in general? So I think we need to start more innovative questions in our learning. What can we do with the knowledge we gain, for example, is one of the questions I think. And because there is so much knowledge, there is so much to learn. But as I said, I think the main question is have a more innovative question like what do we gain from this learning? What do I learn from this? And how can I apply to that in my daily life?
Absolutely, Artu, you're damn right on this. And of course, the innovation is very important, especially when we are moving into an AI era, artificial intelligence, which is now getting necessary for every field of life, from cooking to surgeries, to, making movies to doing podcast and everything. We are inculcating AI into it. So, in
Yeah,
our education, these innovations should become mandatory, and they are becoming mandatory. So that's what Rehan school system has been catering for the last 2.5 years. That it has Rehan Allahwala has developed a system, a curriculum of for Rehan school system where we teach our students artificial intelligence. We teach our students how to be a confident speaker, how to communicate in confident way, and also a problem solver, how to be a problem solver, how to see a problem in a way, in a mindset, from a mindset that you want to solve that problem, that you see that problem beyond its problematic nature and how to solve that problem. So that's where we are
yeah.
innovating in our education system in Rehan school.
That's amazing. I just love when you're here talking about this. I'm going wow. I'm really amazed. Wow, wow, wow.
Thank you so much, Arto. And I think you have been connected with some of our facilitators and vice principals and students. So you must have experienced some of it, right?
Yeah, I've been through quite a dozen of interviews right now, and I'm talking to various students in various subjects, but most of them have been touching about innovation, coaching, and empowerment and leadership, and it has been just wonderful. Um, and it's most of the time it has been just fun for me.
And hopefully, this podcast of yours would experience the same like you have been
Yeah,
doing.
of course. Yeah, yeah, indeed.
Thank you, Art. Thank you. Art, talking about innovation, my next question would be for with the same topic. That is there any special mindset needed to be innovative, like to see things in a different way, to be innovative? Is there any special mindset once required?
Well, I would say first of all, be open-minded, because if looking for from a personal level, we have always prejudices, we have feelings, we have thoughts how things should be, but we have to look beyond that, take that away, and just don't kind of think that anything can be, anything can happen, and so we have to go beyond that, and that's not easy because when you are stepping beyond that how things should be, you that means you have to change yourself, you have to change your mind and your feelings, so go beyond your feelings and go beyond your mind. So that's that, and be resilient, because when you're making innovative projects, for example, it can be a bit uncertain, but we have to be courageous enough to live with that uncertainty. So yeah, that's those mindsets that I would tell everyone.
That's great, Arto. Thank you so much for shedding light on this matter. I would love to know, Arto, when did you found that InnovArto social club and guide, social guide, sorry, and it's a very interesting name, InnovArto. So tell me a little story about that,
Well,
please.
I can say that it didn't come overnight, but as if I track back in my years, in my professional years, I realized that first of all, I'm quite good to help people. I'm a very good listener. I'm very good to support, coaching, um, give guidance between that as well. So it more like a step by step, year by year. I was, and I've been thinking that a couple of years ago, a small thought, maybe, yeah, how it should look like, and and then the latest year it increased this thought. It got broader and broader, wider and wider. And I was thinking, yeah, why not? Because I was actually uh, reading someone told on LinkedIn actually that don't wait for the perfect time, because there is no perfect time. You either start, you either
Absolutely.
start or you don't start. So don't wait for anything. So I start. Yeah, she's right. The person who wrote that quotation. So I was just, yeah, why not? I make it. I had an idea how I would make it and how to connect the innovation coaching together with relationship coaching and life coaching, including my method with motivational interviewing. So I started from there, and then I registered my company beside my main work for the city of Stockholm, and it's it's not have been a long time, I start and see how it goes, and I learn on the way, um, and. In May. I started in February, so I'm in May now. So I'm learning every day. I'm reading a lot, and LinkedIn is an amazing forum for that, because you get so many tips. But in the end of the day, I think we all always have to listen what's going on here, what we feel, because how it resonates with yourself. Any tip you can read on LinkedIn, but because there are so many ways. Because if you read on LinkedIn, someone says do that, do that, do that, do that, but I say maybe not. So I always try to listen to myself as much as possible to what's going on here and how well it resonates with me.
That's absolutely correct, and you're doing wonderful, Arthur. That you're listening to yourself, you're talking to yourself. That's wonderful activity.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, every big achievement starts with a small dream, and you have dreamt it, and you have started it, which are very important steps, the necessary steps to towards a big achievement. So, congratulations that you have started your journey towards that big
Uh,
achievement, and I'm pretty sure
yeah,
you'll get there.
I can add you a little bit side story.
Please.
Uh, I used to say that I'm not religious in a common way, uh, but
Okay.
I believe that there is a higher power that rules our lives, and it doesn't matter for me. For example, if we read the Quran or the Bible, it's God is God for me, or the higher power, or what we call it. But I believe also that everything that's going on in this universe is connected to our soul, and this happened around maybe 2008, maybe 2009. I was lying in my bed. I had a meditation session, and I hear clearly in my mind uh, that something tells me that I should continue as a coach. And I was waking. I woke up, and it was like someone else talk to me. You are hearing, but I realized that must be my spirit, if you believe that. But I can't find another explanation. But I just hear so clear, like you would say, Rehma, to me right now. That clear. I heard the voice telling me continue with coaching, and I didn't know how should I continue with coaching. I don't know how. So, but from that point, for example, I step by step get in touch with people by work, by my all my assignments and everything. So yeah.
So tell us a little more about coaching, Arto. What do you coach, and how do you find it? You're interesting, or you like it, or what?
Uh, First of all, I realized that I am quite good at, as I said before, that I'm quite good at listening to people, and because listening to people is one of the keystones in coaching, and
Absolutely.
feeling empathy, because we are all humans. I'm human, you are human, and our next person is human, and we have so many different challenges in life. And I discovered I'm quite good at this. So that's the basic how I somehow I realized that I'm a coach, and I coach, for example, as a social guide. I coach my clients, for example, and to get established into the society. And it's not only by helping them to fill in formulas or get connected, but also coach them that one day I won't be here for them. So I tell that from the beginning, because I want to be honest as well with my clients, that they have to start to make things on their own. I show them one or twice, and give direction, but I also encourage my clients take the first step on your own. So yeah, that's the way most coach.
That's very important to inspire someone to get out of their comfort zone and try their own first, and then get
Yeah,
the coach.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And for example, I've been a social guide for refugees since 2017, and it's about learning the language. It's learning about the system. It takes time. So I used to say to everyone I met that have patience, take day by day, learn the language, and take one piece of the system at a time, and try to make your on your own, and to see that transformation. For example, we got people from anywhere in the world who coming here from Africa, Sudan, Congo, Eritrea, and Afghanistan, Iran, Syria. A lot of people came from Syria many years ago because of the civil war there,
Absolutely.
and everyone had to start from the beginning. And I understand that that's the one of the most hardest part a man can do, start from over again,
Absolutely.
while losing everything you have. But in a way there is no other choice. uh, and many of these refugees, it's families, and that's another challenge, to go through this journey with your children and your spouse or husband, or um, or alone as well. So I just encourage them, and have patience, and a lot of courage, and most of the time, my all those people I met afterwards, I'm so happy for them because everyone doing great. They see that it wasn't that dangerous or bad, because it meant, and I can see also a lot has changed. They got another view of the world as well, in comparison when they before they came here, and they tell, oh, here is that, here is working that, and I'm so happy for them that most of my clients has been doing well.
Absolutely, Arto. And let me tell you, we have been hosting world's largest amount of refugees for the last 30, 40 years. Afghanistani people. I think they are 4 million or some number of people we have been hosting for the last 30, 40 years since the, I
Yeah.
think, late 80s. So we have tried our best to be hospitable and to be a good host to them. And let me thank you, Arto, to be very good to the refugees of those countries, people. They are there in this crisis, in this difficult situation. Thank you so much for you and all other peoples who are doing very good behavior with those refugees who really want them. So as you are working with the refugees very closely, so tell us a little about how we can, be our best in behaviors to them.
Um, I think we have to go to a personal level, because let's say we are all clients somewhere. I might be a client for a ticket office, going there to buy the tickets. I'm a client there. I'm a client in a simple grocery store, and I always think you always meet someone the way you want to be received. So
Absolutely.
if you being nice to someone else and helpful, I always 100% convinced that you will get it back from other people. So I would say always go to your personal level and ask yourself, how do you want to be received? And would you want to receive yourself?
Absolutely. What goes from you comes to you, right?
Yeah, exactly. What goes around comes around. That's
Absolutely.
also, and that's all. This is the most funny thing that this is the old mantras being lifted by scholars, prophets, and knowledgeable
Philosophers.
people the last 2,000 years, and it's going on. But the interesting thing, have we listening carefully on them? No, we haven't, because why do we have war? Why do we have social problems? Why do we have uh, economical problems? Because we don't listen. We don't, and these people who lived for 2,000 years, they know things. They knew things already then. They saw.
Absolutely. And Mr. Rehan Allahwala emphasizes on this issue that why can't we solve our problems sitting on a table, talking with each other? Or if our
Yeah,
egos are not allowing ourselves to sit in a one room, why can't we have like chat on Zoom or on Restream like we are doing right now? Sit at
yeah,
side, like make Putin sit on one side, make Zelensky sit on the other side, make
yeah,
Netanyahu sit on one side, make Palestinian leadership on the other side. Talk to each
yeah,
other, resolve the issues like man to man, like eye to eye.
yeah, exactly. And and we also have to realize that in the whole global world, we have space for everyone. And for example, like Putin or Netanyahu or even Trump, I mean, we have all the possibilities. We have all the chances to cooperate with each other about financial issues, social problems, and medical problems, even, or actually on any level. But these leadership leaders have chosen a more destructive way, and that's for me is that for me is very fascinating in a way, because we managed to make a spaceship to explore Mars or Pluto even, but we can't make world peace in a little tiny planet in the Milky Way galaxy. That's I don't know. Sometimes I laugh when I think about it. What are we that? I'm sorry, but I have to say, to ask: Are we that stupid? Or so? Where is our cleverness? Where is our wisdom? And
Absolutely. It's
then
very
and
ironic.
then yeah, it's very ironic. I wonder sometimes, how would Socrates think of this world today? How would like let's
Absolutely.
say let's say there is an old prophet called Rumi, yeah.
Yeah, Rumi, a scholar of Islam, Islamic scholar.
Yeah, yeah. For example, what would he think of this world today? He would he would laugh. I think. I say, what are we doing?
Absolutely. And that's why Mr. Rehan Allahwala wants one of his students or some of his students to resolve these issues, these which really need peace out. And he really wants some of the students to get the Nobel Laureate Award in peace by resolving these world issues, which can be resolved by, getting talks to each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as I've been talking to a lot of the students now, and I'm amazed how they have so much knowledge and wisdom already. And I think a lot of your students will be tomorrow's leaders as well, which I
Inshallah.
hope, because we need a different level of leadership. And as I see, there is very few people who have reached a high level. I'm not sure if they reach the top of the level, but they reach a level uh, the world hasn't seen. Uh, and I'm thinking of Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela, for example. And I'm not saying they were perfect as humans. No, I don't say that. But they reached a level where they went beyond their own ego. That
Absolutely.
we, yeah,
Absolutely, you are right, Arto, and that's Mr. Rehan Allahwala's vision also. Whatever the field our students choose, they should be at the top 50 of their respective fields. They should be recognized at the top 50 in that list of the
yeah,
field they choose for themselves. That's a
yeah,
big vision, vision which is look like a blurred at this moment, but we all believe in his vision. We all believe in him, in his wisdom, and we are with him. We are supporting him with the best we can. And in last 2.5 years we have seen results, and you must have seen some results, and we are seeing some results. So we are very hopeful in next 3 4 5 years some big changes inshallah will going to happen here, at least in
yeah.
Pakistan.
Yeah, I hope so too, and I hope we need really world peace because people are talking about the world peace after 1945 here in Europe. But I'm looking, do we have really peace after that? No, there is a thousand of conflicts after ever since even after 1945,
Absolutely.
and and.
I think many
Even
freedom struggles started after 45, right? 1945.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Many
yeah,
freedom
yeah,
struggles started.
yeah,
So many chaos, much chaos was there after 1945.
yeah, it's sad to say, but it's truth that most of the European countries like England, France, Germany, Spain, Portugal, and Belgium have started this chaos.
Absolutely. So, Arto, I've been telling you many things about Rehan school system and Rehan school students. So, whatever you heard from me and whatever you have known about different resources. So, what do you think about Rehan school and what do you think about our students?
I think what I heard and what I feel when I'm been listening to you, I think it's a wonderful idea to get global, to reach out as many as possible, and educate people with different kind of views. Because in the basic there is no right or wrong, but so I think it's a wonderful idea, and when I hear about your vision to create tomorrow's leaders, for example, I mean I'm really amazed, and that warms my heart. And I don't know, maybe I can help you some way, but I want to be working with people who has this idea because as I said, we need a different leadership to make create something new that we haven't seen yet. And I think it's possible. I think it's very possible to make, but we have to keep believing that.
Absolutely, absolutely, Arto. And you can be very helpful for us, Arto. Like you can talk to our students, give them confidence, give them the exposure that they need right now to talk to the foreign people like you, who can give them lots of experience, lots of perspective change, and many more things to learn from. So you can give us your time, so our students, our facilitators can learn from you. Like I'm learning from you right now.
Yeah, no problem.
That would be great. So, Arto,
Yeah,
one, yeah, yeah. Please continue.
yeah. No, I was going to add that I mean, we learn from each other. I mean, I'm learning as well.
That's so nice of you, Arto. So nice of you. So, Arto, one or two lines about Mr. Rehan Allahwala, if you add something.
To About my own thoughts, or
Yeah, your own thoughts. How did you find Rehan Allahwala, his personality, and what are
oh,
your thoughts?
Actually, it was through LinkedIn. It was a contact I have on LinkedIn. Another Swedish guy. His name is Christer, and
Mr. Adlin.
yeah, yeah, and
I've interviewed him
put up.
also.
Yeah, he put up on a post, and as I read his request, if people would be interesting to participate in the interviews and get connected to your school, and I said, yeah, why not? So I
That's great.
replied to him, yeah.
That's great, Arto. Arto, thank you so much. It's been 40 minutes since we are talking live, and also 10 minutes before that. So you're so generous to give me your time. I really enjoyed your this conversation and your presence here. Hopefully, your experience would be the same.
Thank you so much, Rahmat, for being here. And as I said, thank you so much for your invitation. And it has been just a great fun to share ideas and talk about these things. And I really hope that your students and your listeners will get something out of this. That's my biggest hope.
Absolutely, Arto. Thank you so much for your wonderful time and presence and talking to me and empowering my and my audience minds. Thank you so much, Arto.
Thank you so much, Rehmat, and I wish you a great continue of the evening and great continue of the coming week and time.
Thank you so much, Arto. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, you were watching and listening to Arto Palovaara at Empowering Minds platform. I hope that would be a good session for you. You really enjoyed it, as I have. And you were watching me on my Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, Rehmat Empowerment Wala. Keep watching Empowering Minds. I'll see you next time with next guest. Till then, keep doing amazing things. Good night. Sleep tight. Bye bye from my side tonight.